Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Farming Simulator 15 on Mulroy Bay. Totally didn't almost forget the name of the map there. And as you can see, we are windrowing again. I've finished off field 5 and we're working on field 3-4 now. I haven't done any editing or anything, I've just finished off the field. Started this one off, did the outer line, just finishing off the outer line now, I guess. And that's more or less all that's happened off screen. I did go for dinner, because it is currently 3 minutes past 8 on Friday evening. Normally I would have recorded a lot earlier, but I didn't wake up until 3 PM, courtesy of my sleeping pattern being absolutely atrocious all of a sudden. I think I need to slow down a bit more than I have done, because that was a bit too wild for me there. Let's try and get these joined up. Just one coherent line like that'll do. It's roughly coherent. So let's spin around. Again, we're going to do 2 headlands here, possibly 3 because of the walls and stuff. I don't want to smash the bed or into anything when I'm doing that, so put that down. Get driving. I think slow speed is probably for the best here. While I can probably control this thing at high speeds, it's just better to try and keep this thing under 10 while I'm doing what can be vaguely described as precision work. I know it's not exactly it's not precise, but it's more precision than, well, just hoping for the best. So, I hope all the rugby fans out there, I'm sure there's at least one of you that enjoys rugby. I do know that there are a few Irish people watching videos, and hopefully you guys are rugby fans because the Rugby World Cup is on, and I don't know how Ireland did at the weekend against Italy, but things look promising from Friday at least. In terms of the entire World Cup, things are looking good. It looks like Ireland will get through to the quarterfinals. The France game on Sunday is going to be the real Sunday, as in Sunday coming as you watch this, not Sunday that I have yet to experience where Ireland play Italy. No, the one that hasn't yet happened. That's going to be a real crunch game, because if Ireland beat Italy, which not to belittle the Italian rugby team, but I would expect Ireland to beat Italy on any given day. And I would expect... Let's see how good a prediction I make. Because it is Friday, it is before the game. I would expect Ireland to win by at least 10 points, possibly 15 to 20. So hopefully a good win would be, 20, 25 points against Italy, and that's set up for a really good game against France. Well, basically to take the top of the group. And if Ireland beat Italy well, if Ireland get a good result against Italy, is a good big win, it actually puts Ireland in a really, really good position in terms of points differences if there is a draw between Ireland and France. Because it's rugby, draws can happen. And it'll come down to points differences then. So the more points Ireland score against Italy, the better it'll put them, better position it'll put them for points difference. I wouldn't expect it to come down to that though. I'd expect a winner and a loser to be found between Ireland and France, and I'm hoping it'll be Ireland. So I think I'm making an absolute hames of this windrowing here. I am definitely making this a lot tougher than it needs to be. Okay, so I think 2 windrows will do, because why extend the disaster of me trying to go around in circles 2 different ways. Let's just go down here and get our lines done. And I've got an email which I'm going to look at after this video is recorded. As you can see, the windrow is a funky little thing where it does think it's on the ground the whole time, so sometimes it will start rowing randomly, which is why I turn it off when I'm at the top of the field, when I'm turning around. In fact, I think... yeah, let's do one more headland, just to be on the safe side for the baler. So yeah, Field 5 has some odd windrows, courtesy of me forgetting that the windrow is a bit strange at times. At times I mean most of the time. For example, the Massey 968 I have. It's a 968, the mod Massey. It can use the windrow, no problem at all, but the issue there is it can use the windrow when the windrow is supposed to be up off the ground. And if I put the windrow on the ground with the Massey, it lifts the back end of the tractor up, which isn't exactly good. Let's turn off the windrow again so that I can get around. I know I've made a bit of a mess, but as long as most of the hay here is windrowed up, I'm quite happy leaving it like that. The one lonely farmer, huge, actually quite large for this amount of hay windrows. So let's go back along here. I'm trying to use the mirrors to see what I'm doing, but it seems like a completely pointless exercise because it's almost impossible to tell. Let's get smart with this. So that's done there. So let's go along here now. There we go, that's a bit more like it. Oh good lord, that's a complete disaster area. Okay, let's see. There. Ish. Off the window just so that it doesn't do anything funky when I go forward again. I'm looking I say this, I'm looking forward to bailing this. I'm really not, because I know the bales are going to end up going absolutely freaking everywhere. I'm looking forward to bailing this just because it's going to look kind of cool with... well, number one, I think he's probably the map author, whose name I can't recall at this moment. It's probably screwed around with the fruit densities, which means there will quite possibly be an absolute metric ton of hay, which is good for me because more bales. And this being Wednesday now means that I'll have plenty of bales to put into the shed that I'm hopefully going to throw into Giant's Editor, or throw in Giant's Editor over the weekend. Over the weekend coming. The weekend that is already gone, you know, last weekend for you guys. This weekend for me. I'm sure some of you wonder why on earth I record on such strange days. The reasoning behind it is they're the most convenient days for me. I usually record on either Friday or Saturday, sometimes both, and I try and get as many of the week's videos done as I can. It's usually just the farm sim that I do, and then the Mod Map Spotlights are done kind of later on in the week when I do the Friday video. The fast cars and stuff. Usually do them on 1 or 2 days. But it's just, I don't know. I don't know why I record on such strange days. It just kind of works for me. I mean, the only day that I definitely cannot record is, well, the only time really I can't record is Sunday at like 6-ish. Apart from like 7 o'clock every day because it's my dinner time. 7 to 8 is usually dinner. Here at 9 o'clock I usually watch NerdCube's video from the day. Because I like NerdCubed. I know I play a completely different style to him at times. But well, if I don't like a map, if I think a map is absolutely atrocious, I do a NerdCube's video where I just make fun of it. Well, that hasn't happened much. But yeah, I kind of have set times to do things on days, because I'm weird like that. The only time that I 100% definitely can't record is like 6 o'clock on a Sunday, because I actually have a meeting at 6 o'clock on Sundays for a different project. I've alluded to many times, many times I've alluded to this. I actually alluded to it on Monday. So yeah, if you're really interested in finding out what the other project is, go back to Monday's video and you can get some hints. There will come a time when I will be talking about it in a bit more depth. That time is not yet. That time's not yet because it's not ready to be talked about. And I'm not ready to talk about it. It's a mutually beneficial arrangement, I guess. These windrows look ridiculously big, but they actually look kind of nice, I gotta admit. I think they've hit the right balance here with the windrow size. Yeah, windrow size being ridiculous and windrow size looking cool. And even with the cultivated texture being underneath the grass, I think that actually kind of works. I know some of you will be like, no, it really doesn't, but I think it does. And yeah, it's just, I guess it comes down to personal preference. By the way, I've mentioned this already, I am planning on getting a second front loader attachment on this farm. And the one I'm going to get is the New Holland one, because I've been told I should get the New Holland one for the T6. That's fine. I can get the New Holland one for the T6, swap the one that's currently on the T6 onto the Semi. Well, onto the Semi, I'm driving the Semi onto the Stair, which I haven't driven yet, but I will be driving soon. I'll be using that for probably bale movements around this farm. And mucking out the cows and pigs and all that kind of stuff. All the stuff that I'll be doing up on this farm will be Stair. And the other farm will be primarily T6. I think that's why you were given the two front loader tractors as opposed to the one, because you kind of need them unless you want to be driving around constantly with front loader tractors and only use them. It actually makes sense to have two. And one thing that I'm probably going to get quite soon is well, as soon as I can afford it on the map, is a a bale trailer. That's the thing with the thing. Because if I'm moving straw from the main farm over to this farm, and yes, I will be operating them as kind of two separate farms. If I'm moving straw from there to here, I'll be using the bale trailer, and I'll kind of need to do that, unless I want to move the bales individually, which is just not going to happen. What else do I need to do? Because I got kind of a list in my head of things that I want or need to do on this map. Obviously I need to get some beef cows. that's something that's going to happen soon, sooner rather than later. There was a list in my head and I've forgotten it, which is why for Sunday's video with Gold Edition I actually still have it out in front of me, which shows that I've recorded all of these at once, more or less, all on the Friday. On the Friday where I realised I put the Aussie Map Spotlight up too early. By the way, if you haven't seen that, I did take it down to private to try and reschedule it, but no, it didn't work. So that's, just go onto the channel page and you can find it there in my recent uploads, or in the Map Spotlights playlist. Oh, that reminds me, I need to make playlists for this map and for Nuston. I do know that you guys, I do hope that you guys watch in playlists, or at least some of you. I don't recall there being a way for me to check that, but I'm sure there is. I've just completely forgotten about it. That's why I turn off the windrower, because it does that nonsense. Yeah, I need to put the two series I'm currently running into playlists. I want to put Fast Friday into playlists. I'll leave the Assetto Corsa playthrough as its own thing. I'll probably return to that in the future. I'm kind of hoping for them to come out with another patch or two to fix the AI and fix some... I think the physics needs a small bit of work. I know that it's a bit more well, it's a lot more realistic than Project Cars in terms of physics, but I think it needs a bit of work because the cars that have weight transfer, I think weight transfer is a bit exaggerated at the moment, which is why I have so many issues with the braking. I think weight transfer is just a small bit exaggerated from what it would really be. Because I've played GameStop Car Extreme, which is based on the R-Factor engine. Now R-Factor is quite an old game, but it's it's regarded as one of the most accurate simulations out there in terms of weight transfer, etc. And the cars that have weight transfer in that, because I've played about with one or two that do have weight transfer physics enabled, they perform a lot more reliably and a lot more predictably than a set of Corsa cars. I think I've tried Light for like a couple of times, and the Assetto Corsa cars just don't perform as predictably as GameStop car ones. And that's just kind of a personal preference to an extent. Coupled with, you know, I'm still learning sim racing and use of the wheel. I mean, yes, I've been doing it for a few months now, but it's the kind of thing where you never stop learning, and the learning curve is so steep that it will take me another couple of months before I think I'm even confident to say that I know what I'm doing. Project Cars, it looks like it, but that's just because I'm more confident, and confidence is half the battle. I know what I'm doing in terms of confidence. I've just said, you know, it'll take me a couple of months to say I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing in terms of, you know, the basic mechanics. Brake in a straight line, accelerate, you know, turn in after you've got all your sorry, get all your braking and gear shifts done in a straight line as much as you can. Turn in a lot and ease off on the turn in once you get the front of the car turned. You can use the weight transfer to get the car to turn tighter or less tightly depending on what you wish for. Speed plays a massive part in how far you turn, etc, etc, etc. And I'm getting more and more used to those, just thinking of those basics. And I kind of hope that it came across in last Friday's video, the Lotus 98T that I'm getting better at heel toe, which is the racing thing to do for an H pattern. And for those of you who don't know what heel toe is, and those of you who drive manual cars will understand this. In what I describe as a normal car, I live in Ireland, everything here is manual gearbox. If you drive an automatic gear car, it's kind of weird and a bit lazy. In cars with manual gearboxes, H patterns and whatnot, I know in America you have two pedals, you've got the accelerator and the brake, or the gas and the stopper, or whatever you want to call it, in your weird American language terms. In Europe we've got the accelerator, the brake and the clutch. And what the clutch does is it disengages the gearbox temporarily. It just allows you to shift through the gears. Automatics do actually have a clutch. It's actually, I know this because my granddad actually managed to break his years ago. Work C180 or something like that. He managed to break the clutch in an automatic. Because apparently that's a thing you can do. It's based on pressure within the gearbox, and the faster the gearbox spins, the more pressure builds up, etc, etc, etc. And the clutch is just designed to blow off that pressure and stop the rotation of the gearbox. But with heel toe, you actually, with your left foot, you press the clutch. I'm doing it right here, right now. And with your right foot, you hold down the brake as you're braking, and then as you're you hold down your right foot on the brake, which is not ideal because you're not accelerating, you're not using the throttle to balance the car. But when you're shifting gear, you press the clutch and the throttle at the same time. Now that's pressing 3 pedals with 2 feet. So heel toe is you hold your toe on your brake, you flick your heel over to the throttle, and you use the clutch with your left foot. So you got a really kind of unnatural movement. So just imagine flicking your foot about 45-degree angle repeatedly and as quickly as you possibly can. That's not comfortable, and it takes a while to learn. Anyway, that's all the windrowing done. I'm going to probably bring the map into Giant's Editor and fiddle around with sheds for a bit. Part of me wants to move this shed back and get rid of this one, you know, play about a bit and move this house and stuff like that, and try and get vehicles out of the ground. I'm gonna do some edits on the map, run a smoothing brush over the fields, because there are deadly dips that tractors can and will get stuck in. There's a part of me that also wants to try and level some of the fields out a bit, but no. Yeah, I'm gonna just do some edits to make this map more friendly to me, including getting rid of this silage bunker and getting a shed in here. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it here. Thank you very much for watching. Until next time, stay safe and goodbye.